Lilith's seduction of Adam, the genetic rib, Hysteria, and the owl. In my last film, The Secret Doctrine, Satan and Lilith seduce Adam and Eve. A link to this film is in the transcript of this film. I explained the two incarnations of Adam and Eve into spirit and onto earth. In this film, I will clarify Lucifer and Lilith's seduction and attempted impregnation of Adam and Eve using the tree of life, through which Lucifer and Lilith incarnated into materiality onto earth. Lucifer and Lilith tempt Adam and Eve with the intention of stealing them from the spiritual dimension, and through the tree of life incarnating them onto earth and Eden as it was, until their possession. The sweet fruit with seeds was offered to the children of God. Adam and Eve were both seduced and tempted into materiality. They were tempted by Lucifer and Lilith to eat the fruit of Eden and possessed, but could not mate with the fallen angels, who were a different species than human. The apple was accepted and its seed was taken by Eve. So Adam and Eve are introduced to the tree of life, which also leads to the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Lucifer and Lilith try to possess and mate with God's children, but are unable to conceive and impregnate them. God removes Satan's seed from the womb of Eve, leaving the memory of Hysteria in the uterus of woman and the curse of premenstrual tension. God genetically modifies Eve by taking a rib from Adam to prevent the fallen angels' genetic interference. During the initial contamination, the fallen angels were interfering and genetically modifying many creatures and plants in their attempt to destroy Eden. They turn life, love, and caring into death, hate, and destruction. Adam and Eve mate and have their first child, Cain, who has been contaminated and possessed by evil from the fallen angels, and the seduction of Adam and Eve. For the spirit of a child is a reflection from our past, and in purgatory remains the possibility of evil contamination and possession, as was with Cain. Their second child, Abel, is good, and the future conflicts and wars are born between the two tribes. In future generations, mating between some materialized fallen angels and humans did occur, and the Nephilim were born. The anger and judgment of God becomes evident. Lucifer becomes Satan and is encased in ice at the centre of the earth, hell. Lilith is exiled and sent as an owl into the wilderness. She is filled with rage at the wrath of God and not being allowed by God to conceive human children. She becomes a soul collector of children including babies. The earth is impregnated with evil, as our history reflects. Thank you to Jay Sancho for permission to use his paintings. Thank you for sharing.